Hello, Kun Ping. Thanks for joining Eye on the Biz. I would like to start with this. As Thailand will be entering into the ASEAN Economic Community in the year 2015, which is not very far away, how do you think Thailand airline and aviation industry be prepared for such a integration?
The first priority for the airline industry in a country to be prepared for kind of integration of AEC is to realize that the ultimate objective of AEC, personal opinion, is not that we're going to integrate or compete between the ASEAN countries itself. I think the founding father of the AEC framework framed it as creating an economic bloc to compete with other economic blocs of the world. Therefore, we have to realize that AEC is a first step of the globalization of the entire ASEAN community toward the worldwide market. I think that is the key objective that we have to understand. The reason behind that is because the way we prepare for the AEC community and to compete with the world economy is a bit different. I think AEC is just a preparation. It's the way that we have to standardize the way we work, harmonize the laws, the practical, the procedures, and of course we have to compete, that's for sure. But competition creates a betterment for ourselves, and ultimately we have to go for the global market. Therefore, going back to the airline industry, I think for the airline industry in our country, we have to go worldwide. We have to aim for the worldwide market. This strategy is very important because having an economic bloc in one area like AEC, it works both ways. The strategy works both ways. That means that if the one country in AEC sign a bilateral agreement with another country outside AEC, for example, EU, in the aviation open skies, we call it the bilateral open skies agreement. And one country of AEC signed that with one country in EU. Practically, it's possible that that EU country can come into that AEC country and set up a local airline in that one small country and use what we call in the airline industry terms freedom of the air to fly within a region quite extensively by using the local agreement. So it works both ways. Okay, so we have to be prepared for that. And I think the key fundamentals of preparation is people. First, we have to embrace it. We should not fight it. We should not fight the change. We should embrace it, and we should develop our own people, whether it's an IT people, airline people, even the public, to understand the scope, the ramification of the integration. That is going to go bigger than just AEC. I think that's the way.
Bearing that in mind, do you think that we can expect more cooperation between the national allies of ASEAN countries?
Yes, I think we can expect more of that. I like to call it co-petition. It's a term that's been using a little bit. It's a competition, but at the same time you cooperate. A lot of airlines around the world, we compete. Commercially we compete. But at the same time, we cooperate as well, okay? Because our network may not cover the entire area that we would like. So we seek partners, we seek alliances, and then we extend the way that we sell our seats, our tickets with our partner airlines. So we have cooperation in that sense. AEC will help to hasten that. We help to create a more solid cooperation. But at the same time, I think we should be aware that as well we should be also be prepared to compete, to better ourselves for a bigger stage in the future. But you are right, we have to be more receptive to our partners in the region as well.
And we can definitely expect more travel among the people in Southeast Asia.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. I think we have to expect more of that. I think the economy in the long term will slowly improve, and of course people will travel more. And not only airlines. I think in all the transportation sectors would benefit from that as well.
Yeah. With all that in mind, how do you see the importance of telecommunication and information technology to the airline and aviation industries?
I think the airline and aviation industry sees the importance of the ICT, information communication technology, quite a lot. Internet, as everybody knows it is nowadays. Internet came about around 1995. Okay, 95. That's commercial internet, what we call e-commerce. Started crop up in US and in Europe about 1995. Academic internet was around 1980s. Okay, now 1980s you go to universities, colleges in the West, even in Thailand, you see internet. But the internet came from the US ARPANET, which is a defense initiative, in 70s. Okay, 1970s. Airlines, we communicate, all right, among ourselves from early 50s. That was before the internet was invented. We have our own so-called internet. If in the airline industry, if you go to any airlines, you will see a code, okay, a particular code. My code is JE, and a lot of people call it VVDD in Thai Airways. Those are actually came from the communication code back in 50s. Okay, help us to identify the address, so-called email address of telecommunication of that time. All right, and it carried on up until today. So it is critical part of aviation. Communication is critical part of aviation. When an aircraft fly from A to B, B has to know what A, boarded. The passengers, the aircraft type, the fuel, everything before the aircraft landed. So therefore, communication has to be in place. So, before was telex, okay, and then the communication we call CETA, okay, which is now a company. CETA text and everything. So we see it very clearly. However, there is I should say, a challenge. ICT has two particular big challenges that other technologies do not have, in my view. One is that ICT moves very fast. Okay, it is the fastest growing technology of all time. Okay, maybe biotech, okay, can rival that sometime, but ICT is certainly one of the fastest. Second, ICT, particularly the IT part, the information part, it has very big impact on the way business work in depth. If you go for a technology like, let's say, automobile, okay, we see advance in automobile, but it's still a car, it's still automobile, it's get you from A to B, and that's it. Maybe in a more convenient way, more fuel efficient way, whatever. But in a development of IT, is going deep into the business domain, into the detail level, and change the way it works in every business domain. That means in the airline, for example, okay, the way we sell tickets in the past, we have paper tickets, we have paper boarding passes, we have paper manifests, everything. Nowadays, electronic, right? Everything is online.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything is digital, right? Aircraft, the way we fly, digital, right? The way we manage our accounting, our finance, our back office, everything is all digital. So it's go deep into the business layer. Now, when you add these two challenges together, you're going to find out that we know the importance of IT, but the way we approach it, the way we have to manage it, is quite very difficult. It's a difficult task. Therefore, it's critical that the way we see the importance of ICT is we have to bring out these advantages, this power for all concerned. Not just the IT people, but the users, the public, everyone has to know that the way that we do things will be different in the future.
So do you think that the industry shall employ more advanced ICT technology in the future?
Yes. I think the reason behind that, that we have to go for advanced technology for obvious reason is that one, the technology will never stop. Okay, we don't employ it, our competitors will. Okay, our country don't employ it, our partners, our neighbors, our competitors will employ it for sure.
Maybe one last comment from you. How about social network, social media? How that the industry has been using it
Yes.
for the services?
Oh yes, airlines have been embracing social media very well, and I think the airlines have been one of the best adopter of the social media, social network. Because the thing is that when we deal with passengers, we deal with clients, okay, who needs to know information real time. Okay, social network is one of the key channel that we use. It's interactive, it's real time. Okay, it's one of the greatest innovation in the web, you know, the so-called Web 2.0 era. But IT is a double-edged sword, like every technology. Okay, so social media can be a very big advantage for airlines, but also if it's not done right, okay, some maybe communication, erroneous data information come up, you're going to stay there. Okay, it's hard to bring it back. So again, let's go back to the people again. It's a man-machine relationship. The human have to be able to manage it well. But if you do it well, I think the advantage is great. And I think social network in the future is going to evolve. It's going to be more integrated into different area of sub-social network. And I think that maybe in the future, even commercial transaction, okay, buying tickets, checking out, boarding, everything about airline, buying a cargo space, everything can be done through one channel. Okay, because behind the scene it's all connected anyway. So I think yes, you're right. Social network is great.
Yeah, today I and Orbis would like to thank Kun Ping a lot for sharing some very insight information with us. I hope that our program will be able to have you with us again in the near future. ขอบคุณมากนะครับ
Thank you very much ขอบคุณมากครับผม